Hey, Patty, you know what time it is?
I do.
It's time for another Midweek Update. Welcome back, everyone.
Hi, guys.
So hopefully you have had a great weekend and a good start to your week this week.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's cooled off. It's raining like crazy, but I like it cooler.
Yeah, I told these guys when I got home from work and took them outside, I said, it is definitely fall now.
Yeah, it's a cold rain.
It's very cold.
It's not like a summer warm rain.
My truck was reading 55 on the way home today, but with the wind, it makes it feel colder, I think.
Yeah.
So
the first time we have to deal with wind chill. Yay.
yeah. So, and I think it's going to stay cool for a little while.
I think so. It looks like it at least, but at least I think by the weekend the rain's supposed to be gone, like by Friday.
Right.
So hopefully that'll be the case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, hopefully everybody had a really nice weekend. We actually stayed home.
Right.
Needed to catch up after those 2 weekends in a row.
And I was dealing with migraines. So
Yes.
that was not fun.
So Patty sometimes gets migraines, and you had a pretty bad one.
This was pretty bad. It started like last Thursday. I had it Friday, and it really kicked in
Friday night.
Yeah. It was horrible.
But you called the doctor, got some medicine,
Yeah,
which
and it kind of helped, and it kind of didn't help.
right.
So it was not, kind of confusing on if it was the right stuff. So, but I'm better now. But yeah, I keep talking to my friends at school, and they're like, "Yeah, that's a migraine. That's a migraine." Because I wasn't sure if it was sinus infection or something like that. Like, no, that's a migraine.
In many ways, it was a horrible weekend.
So we had that.
You had your migraine Friday night. The Ted Lasso episode was absolutely horrible. For those of you who don't watch Ted Lasso, it's this amazing show. I actually keep saying it's probably the best show I've seen in years.
And they won some Emmys. It was just, they deserve it.
Yeah.
But that episode...
And I will tell you, Patty and I have watched season 1 like 5 times. Season 2, we've watched every episode at least twice, some 3 times.
Not this one.
The last episode, I won't even watch it again. It was so horrible.
A friend of mine at school can't even get through it because he's like, yeah, I'm so depressed. It's not even like the others. They went a serious route and a dreamy route.
It was just weird.
It was odd. And for one thing, Frank, I just didn't feel well watching it. I thought, oh, I'll watch it. But the light was affecting. So I was listening and watching a little, and no, not good.
Some people on Twitter were like, "Oh, it was amazing. If you didn't like it, you just didn't get it." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't get it."
I didn't get it. We almost think it was based on some Beatles show from years ago or something they did. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it was weird.
So we had that going on. So you got migraine, you got bad episode, and then you add on the fact that Purdue went out and lost on Saturday. And Orlando City, you should have never even got on the flipping plane to go to Philadelphia. They looked horrible on Sunday.
Just sad.
So it was just, but I will say one positive thing came out of the weekend.
Oh, what's that?
I removed the oven and stove from our trailer. So
you did a good job.
I did. I'm actually kind of proud of myself.
It looks decent. It looks good. It looks like clean, which I like. So yeah.
So here's something that shocked me. 6 screws hold in an entire oven and stove.
I know.
That was crazy.
Me that, I'm like, that's it?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Else? And what was good about our trailer is what you've seen on when you were watching YouTubes on how to do it. Ours at least was finished underneath.
Yeah, I think, and again, a lot of people say like, oh, you overpay for a Lance trailer. No, you don't, and here's why. So what Patty was saying was when we watched some other YouTube videos where people had removed their stoves, when they would get in, the whole thing was unfinished, open in the bottom a lot of times, things like that. When I pulled ours out, it's like finished on the inside. The only thing I really had to do was where they had cut out. Obviously, there was open wood on those 3 edges. And so I ended up we found some trim at Menards that was pretty close.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm just not a carpenter. I think it looks fine. If you get up close, you can tell I'm not a carpenter.
I think it looks fine.
But otherwise, no. So for those of you wondering, we do have the oven and stove. We saved it. It can be rehooked up very easily. If we ever want to hook it up, or if we sell the trailer and hook it up. And so And by the way, no, we're not, because Debbie Falls actually, I had responded to a comment. I said, well, we saved the stove for when we get ready to sell it. And she's like, when? That sounds like you're getting, no, we're not looking to sell. I'm just saying but I know us. At some day we will get a different trailer, but there's nothing in the imminent future.
No.
So,
Nope.
but yeah, so we pulled that out and we are going, if you haven't been following our Instagram or Facebook posts, we're using a Ninja Foodie 9-in-1 air fryer oven. That's going to replace the stove, but give us so much more functionality because it is an air fryer. You can air fry, you can air roast, you can air something. You can bake, you can broil. I think it's called air broil. You can actually dehydrate. I don't know. We wouldn't dehydrate.
No.
But you can heat things up. There's a warm mode. I mean, it's just really functional. And it's good size. I actually did a DiGiorno style pizza in it, which came out great. It does consume 1,800 watts, so it's a little bit of an energy hog, which means we will have to manage power. So we would probably have to shut the air conditioner off to run it. But it will run off of our Blue Eddy. I ran a test. Some of you probably saw that video. So we have that, and then we have our induction top that we bought this summer at IKEA that we will use if we ever want to do things like boil water or,
fry an egg or whatever.
Fry an egg and that type of thing. So it's a work in progress. I have a cutting board ordered that should fit in just perfectly in the top where the stove was. I put the glass, because I actually found the missing screws. They were under the oven.
Yeah.
I put the glass top back on, but I have a feeling that's going to come back out because once we get that cutting board in there, even though there'll be a dip where the oven was, because I left the metal frame so it's a nice clean look, it'll still give us a lot of counter space. And I don't really know what the point of having that glass folding.
No.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
And then eventually my plan is to build a shelf maybe about halfway down, because we'll probably keep the oven down low. We might put it up on the shelf, we'll see. And then, but either way, there's gonna be some extra storage in there. So pretty excited about it. I think it looks, people are telling me they think it looks good. I posted a photo on Instagram.
Think it looks good. And I don't think it's too low. I know people have said that, but the oven was low.
The oven was pretty low.
I had to get low to work in the oven. So.
And here's the thing you have to remember. This is not something we're going to use on a regular basis. We haven't actually used the stove or the oven in over a year.
Right.
So having the ability, and primarily what we would use the air fryer oven type thing for would be biscuits, because sometimes I do like to do biscuits and gravy when we're camping. Those cinnamon rolls, like those Pillsbury, you bake them off. But I'm really excited about the air fryer because we do like to air fry things like French fries, tater tots, whatever you could air fry. And that's like a bonus because we don't carry an air fryer.
Right.
So
I think that looks good.
Yeah, I think so. So that's kind of the big project, and I have a feeling we save some weight.
Oh, I think so.
You take out that big heavy oven. I don't know. I didn't try to weigh the oven and stove. So
that'd be weird, but
So that was kind of our big weekend, and then now we're just back to work this week. And like Patty already said, the weather's
raining out. It's been raining constant. So.
I'm not complaining. It could be a lot worse.
Well, we needed the rain.
Yeah.
And it's just after a while, just kind of gloomy. You know how it looks, just gloomy.
Yeah.
But hopefully this weekend it'll be nice. And Friday, the kids are supposed to go on a field trip. We have a Civil War reenactor kind of thing that we take the kids to in town. So hopefully that'll be nice. And they have all this stuff set up for kids in the area, and it's really cool little thing. So yeah.
Yeah. I'll have a video on Monday on this channel about HelloFresh. You may not want to watch it, you may. But I had several people send me questions about our HelloFresh box. And I thought, you know what, why don't we just film it? So it's kind of a long video. I did edit it down. It ended up being about 18 minutes long. But basically I explained to you how it works. And I open up the box to show you what's in it, and then I cook one of the meals. So we have no tie-in with HelloFresh. We have no affiliate link or nothing. Some of you would ask, and we were always kind of curious, like, how does it work? So I thought, why not? We'll make a quick video. Although I ended up destroying the rice because while trying to film and cook at the same time, I forgot about my rice, and it all worked.
It was fine.
It worked out.
Yeah.
And then by now, you already know there was a bonus episode on Wednesday night of Travels with Delaney because on the prior Sunday, we had released the gas stop video, kind of interrupted our travel series, but I needed to get that video out for Gas Stop. Really nice people at Gas Stop, great product, and I wanted to get that video for them. They're just nice people. And So I decided I would post a bonus video on Wednesday night because I knew what would happen is people would be like, wait a minute, you were right in the middle of your trip and now you don't have a video. So hopefully you enjoyed the bonus episode on a Wednesday night of that. So kind of exciting. So we got a lot of good videos coming up. Sadly, hardly anybody will watch them.
I know.
No, I just...
Good things coming up that we did.
Yeah. So,
Well,
next week's midweek update will be the first one shot on my brand new iPhone.
woohoo!
So the iPhone 13 Pro is set to arrive on Friday. In fact, the case arrived today. I have the
They
case.
always get the
I know the accessories always
first.
show up early. It's almost like giving your kid batteries on Christmas and saying
Before
the
they
toy will
come later, yeah.
in a couple days. But and you might be wondering, like, why are you changing phones again? Well, there's actually a couple of reasons. Number one, I use my phone as the camera for Travels with Delaney and TWD Life. So the battery pretty much gets really used hard. So what did I tell you? My battery life now is down to like, or health is like what, 83%?
Something like that. That's the most you can
That's
charge.
so in essence, even though it says it's fully charged, it's only really charging up to 83% of the original battery life.
Right.
Where Patty's, who,
98.
and she got her phone the same time that I got mine. So one reason is I've noticed my battery goes a lot quicker. The second thing is I am so excited about the new camera system on the 13 Pro. A couple things. Number one, from a photography standpoint for Instagram, we're now going to be able to do macro photography. Macro is when I want to get up real close on a flower or a bug or something like that and get that real close shot. But more importantly, they claim, and I have no reason not to believe them, that on the video side, I can do cinematic photography. And what that basically means is when you watch YouTubers to where sometimes, a good example is our friends Nathan and Marissa from Less Junk More Journey. I say friends. I'm in a group with Nathan. I've met him like 3 times, but I use the word friend loosely. He's probably like, if he heard my name, he'd be like, I don't know who he's talking about. But anyway, so if you ever watch Nathan's videos, the background will be blurry, but their faces are in focus, okay? And so they're getting what's known as like depth of field. I can do that with my iPhone now for photography, but you could never do it for video. So you had to have one of those big DSLR type cameras to do that. The new iPhone 13 Pro claims, and again, I have no reason to doubt them, that I'm going to be able to get some blur in the background. And all that does is it really, it puts the focus on like us. Like right now, the focus would be on us, the background would be a little blurry, and it just gives it a little richer video. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, and it's coming Friday. Woo-hoo. So anyway, should I tell them about next year yet? I think I can.
About what?
You know, the chocolate place.
Okay.
Patty's like, I don't know what
I think
you're
I
talking
know
about.
what you're talking about. Go ahead.
So I booked a site
I think.
at Hershey, Pennsylvania
okay.
for the 2022 Hershey Rv Show.
Yep.
Patty and I, hopefully Patty and I,
I will. Be
Okay.
able to.
will both be there, and we're planning to do a meetup at Hershey.
Yep.
So planning to film a lot of video for Travels with Delaney while we're there. At this point, we don't plan on working the show.
No.
We don't have any tie-ins, but you know, that's a year away.
We didn't get to see the show.
And we didn't get to see the show, but you never know. Between now and then, there might be. But at this point, we're not planning to work the show, but we are planning to do a meetup, potentially with other YouTubers. We don't have. You got to understand, it's a year away. It was a big step for me to commit to even going. So I had to break the news to Patty like this morning. Like I was scared to tell her.
I think it was last night.
Maybe it was last night. I don't know. So
But
anyway.
see, when this next year, every year I get allotted so many.
4 days.
Yeah. So we'll start fresh, and that'll be the fall thing.
Right, yeah. So you'll use 2 days.
Yeah.
So anyway, just thought we'd share that with you.
That'll
And I still have a couple big things, but I can't tell you yet. Like one is going to be coming up in November. I'm really excited about. And then one in December, but I don't have things nailed down and I really can't announce them because they involve other people. And so.
Way to make these people suffer.
I know. Tease. And by the way, if you saw our shorts, I've been posting some shorts. And for those of you that don't know what that means, shorts are not like
Literally
knickers.
his shorts, yeah.
Yeah, not my shorts. But YouTube is really pushing this new video format called shorts where you film in the up and down or the vertical, 60 seconds or less. In fact, they really prefer 15 seconds or less. I don't know.
How do you do that?
Yeah. And
Good for
so I've just kind of been playing with it this past week. So if you saw those, and I actually running a poll today on Travels with Delaney.
Yeah.
Over 70% of the people who responded, there's over 80 votes, say they hate them. Absolutely hate them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm not sure we're going to continue to do them, but I wanted to play around with it just a little bit.
Why do they hate them? Because they're short?
Well, some people have leave comments. Some people say there's really no substance. Like, what can you do in 60 seconds? One person said, you just rambled for 60 seconds. He didn't say ramble, but basically that was it. That I had to speak so fast to get the information out.
Right, true.
Let's see. Another person said they hate the vertical. They hate watching videos in vertical.
That bugs me, yeah. Mm.
So it's YouTube's way of attempting to compete with TikTok.
Is that what it is?
Now, I have a feeling I know why our subscribers don't like it. Because you're the same age as us or older, and we're not on TikTok. So we don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know.
So if you think about TikTok primarily caters to a younger audience,
Yeah.
probably 30 and under.
Yeah.
So those types of videos, like people dancing and doing stupid stuff, will probably do very
appeal.
well
Yeah.
in shorts. A guy like me telling you to remember to shut your water pump off, you just find that annoying because I rambled for 60 seconds and it was in the wrong orientation. So I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And I group myself into that older audience. So, and you too. You're almost
Well,
there.
I'm getting there. I'm
You're
not
getting
quite
there.
into your age category, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. So,
Speak for yourself, man.
all right.
Oh, golly.
On that note-
On that note, I think we better wrap this up.
Oh, this isn't a wind down, is
No.
it?
I think we need to wrap it up.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. And until next week, we'll see ya.
On down the road, guys.
Cheers.